this time the white case will have the blue, and then the black will have the green and the red. So basically, what you're doing is you're water cooling the case without having to worry about purchasing out and going out on your own and picking up the components. So Rich, if you come over on this side, go ahead and take a look at the inside of the case so we could actually see what's going on here. So as I said, I mean, the water cooling system is literally for the CPU only. It's not going to cool anything else. It's not a CLC. This is a simple all-in-one that is going to just do what it's made for. So you can't refill the water in it. You can't take it apart. Can't do anything like that. So basically, you want to cool your system. You want to have a nice looking case with some lights on it, etc. Also, if you like a vertical layout for your GeForce GTX card, they do have the PCI bracket, which is an extra $15. It does not come with it. So this is a fairly nice looking case, as I said. I'm going to go ahead and take off the back panel here, so maybe you could actually get up underneath, so you could see that, Rich. You can see the 3 fans
Fight
going.
well, heroes.
So this case comes with everything that you see. Of course, no, not the motherboard, but the case and the cooling system comes with it. And it's at a decent price, $249. So we'll go from here over to the section where they have their smaller AIOs, and of course Deepcool is known for their water cooling system. And if we look on this couch here, we have a new series called the Captain series. This is the Captain 240 white.
Control them and let loose dragon light. First blood.
Deepcool is now at least putting some, they're putting a little bit of light so you can actually see some fluid going through. You can actually see it's working. That's something that, it's just a little added aesthetic to make your case look a little bit better than just having that regular pump up on top of your CPU block.
Activate the shrines and the dragon's
and then
power
if we come
is
over
yours.
to the left, we have the red version of the Captain series. And you're going to notice a difference here. This version actually only has 2 screws. So these are compression screws. That's all you're going to need to mount. So they made mounting a little bit easier. As you can see, the white version, you got 4 screws. I'll tip this over. This is 4 screw setup. And of course, now we're going to a 2-screw setup with compression. Last but not least, our last case that we're going to be looking at is actually the mainstream. This one happens to be in white. It's a $70 case. And they put a lot of nice little, just little intricate innovations in it. You've got a fan controller up on the top, USB 3.0, and of course you have your LEDs for your resetting your power. The front opens up, and as you can see, this one still has room for a couple optical drives and even a 3.5. And then if you put a fan or cooling system up in the front, it can accommodate 240. But feeling it does actually the paint job on this case is actually really nice. The case is actually, even this one that was just launched, and this is probably one of the prototypes because of course they just launched these. You could see that the lines on it are pretty square. They're pretty even. There's really not much of a gap at all. So it's a fairly solid build. And inside you're going to have room for two SSDs, and of course up on the top, again, a little bit more room. And the other good thing that I like about this case, for an inexpensive case, you have a cover for the back.
A killing blow.
Hello everyone. I want to say thank you to everyone from Deepcool for showing us this year. And see you the next time. Stay thirsty, my friends. Bye-bye.
Tidigare i år under CS så presenterade Deepcool sitt första chassi med integrerad vattenkylning.
I don't know, there's just something special about moving your current rig into a new case, because while nothing in terms of hardware is changing, the exception being the integrated water loop here, which I'll get to in a second, the entire build just feels different in a different case. It's a bit like moving into a new home. The furniture for the most part stays the same, but their locations along with the outside of the home are completely different. And that's the case here. I have swapped from the Anades AI Crystal to the Deepcool Genome. This is the case with plenty of LEDs, plenty of color options, and their signature water loop. I had a lot of fun building on this one, along with a good buddy of mine who I forced to play cameraman. Come along for the ride. Solid glass. This is actually going to Mr. Cameraman today. Jacob, go ahead and reveal yourself.
Oh yeah, my name's McLovin. McLovin, as you can totally see on my name badge here, provided by Harley Davidson. Shout out.
Not sponsored by Harley Davidson.
Definitely not sponsored by Harley Davidson.
So we have to remove our the power supply, motherboard. We need to take this off. We're not going to need the NZXT water cooler anymore. And then the graphics card, the Wi-Fi card, and that is it for now. We're going to pop this bad boy into it. So I'm going to get Deepcool to send me their PCI extension bridge so that I can mount the graphics card right here facing upwards. So what it will look like is we'll have the graphics card, instead of normally sitting like this in the case, we're going to have it sitting like this, which I think would look absolutely baller.
That looks great, Greg. That looks so good.
Okay, so very cool of Deepcool to label all of their screw pipes, which is nice. So that's 8 pieces for that. So this is for hard disk drives, obviously for all your fans, unique fan screws, and then you have 27 for your solid state drives and motherboard. So that's nice. You don't have to look closely at these screw types to make sure you have the right ones. I'm just pointing that out because most case companies do not do that. Good on Deepcool for helping us out, helping the little man out down here. Okay. Now the next thing that I am going to do is mount the water block, if you will, onto the CPU, the actual pump unit. So I'm going to probably need directions to do that because I have no idea. Let's see. You might be able to just wing it. Maybe not. Well, let's see. Okay. LJ 1150X. That's what we need. Okay. I think I see how it works. So. Yeah, I see. I got this, folks. Now that the motherboard is secured in there, we're gonna lift this back up. That's just dangling. It's kind of sketchy. Just grab it. Okay. Oh, are you serious? How am I gonna?
That looks perfect. I don't even know what we're looking at.
Okay, the problem is the 4 points to this are not aligned with the case. So I'm not going to be able to push the screw in from behind because this thing is in the way. I'm going to have to do it with the motherboard off of the case. That is a huge inconvenience. Alright, so that means I'm going to need your help. So you're going to put the camera down again.
I need to put the camera down?
Yeah.
I'm filming such good footage. Such good footage, Greg.
You're doing a great job. Okay, okay, so these are the brackets that are going to go. Yes, I've finally built a PC that is not based on a white. It will be his birthday on December 5th. He is turning
expandable via micro SD. Very nice. I'm surprised they're not trying to sell us like a
micro SD Type C.
$70.
But you don't get an included game.
But you don't get a game. It's like, okay, we will loosen the death grip we have on your wallets for accessories and expandable storage, and in return, you will pay us for the game development we did. Okay? Is that okay with everyone? Because we're okay with that.
I mean, that sort of does make more sense.
802.11 AC Wi-Fi and up to 8 Switch consoles at once for local multiplayer.
They'll do their own little Wi-Fi. Okay, done.
All right.
I'm going to get one. We're going to have a review of it. Everything's going to be cool. I'm going to buy not that many games, but the games that I do buy will be awesome.
In other news, Razer's prototypes of Project Valerie were stolen. Bummer. They are offering a $25,000 reward for any information. Well, I don't think any information, but basically they are offering a reward for someone who helps them get it back or returns it. And everyone is blaming me and Tom Syndicate. So I want to settle this once and for all. I will not admit to stealing Project Valerie.
You're not. You gotta. There you go. That was a pretty good edit.
This is circumstantial evidence
That was a
at
pretty
best.
good edit.
Circumstantial.
That was a pretty damn good edit.
I am clearly still at CES in this photograph.
You know, it's a little awkward that you would have that at the that's the AMD event.
I really don't think that anything about the Ryzen poster over my right shoulder would indicate that
Does that mean
I'm in the Razer booth here.
You're giving trade secrets
I'm in the Razer booth here.
to AMD?
Clearly in the Razer booth.
Interesting.
Obviously.
2018, there's going to be an AMD laptop, three screens.
Little did they know, they stole the worst idea ever. This is clearly much better evidence. I don't know why he's talking about me there. Let's just...
Well done.
There. Working. See? He is clearly poised to steal it.
What? I don't get it.
As for the third piece of evidence, okay. Now this, again, highly circumstantial. This is apparently a post from our forum, our own users turning on me. This is from the CES WAN show, to the part where Linus tells Austin they have a mutual acquaintance who offered Linus double sticker price to steal him or her an Acer Predator 21X. So clearly the offer was to steal a Predator 21X, which didn't go missing.
Not the right one, bro.
Yeah. So
Okay. I appreciate the evidence stuff and you trying to like dodge it, but obviously Linus didn't steal it. That's fine. Everyone's joking. It's cool. How the freaking hell? Like, I'm sorry, Razer, that you lost your thing.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
so I asked. Yeah, I emailed my my PR guy there. I'm like, so is this a publicity stunt?
Yeah, because it really feels like it.
And he's like, no. So
But how?
Hold on. Okay. So I'll say this. Like, my Razer contact is a straight shooter.
Yeah.
I trust him.
The shrines
Yeah.
are gaining
He's a
power.
good guy.
The dragon
He
knight
says,
calls
nah,
from
they were
within
legitimately
stone.
taken. One of the back rooms was unlocked during the last 30 minutes of the show. So the thing about the back rooms is that if you've ever been to like in the back of a CES booth before, I saw. Did you see the inside of the Parrot control room that one year when they were doing the bebop dancing thing? It was incredible. It was like an entire additional Parrot booth full of like drones and drone repair stuff and like all the sensors and crap that were running that automatic dance thing. Anyway, so there can be a lot of like backroom stuff. Typically, those are accessible through a panel that opens in the back of the booth. So all the Razer staff could have been running around doing things, especially on the last day of a show. You tend to be a little bit more short-staffed because some people have flown out early or gotten tired or gotten sick by that point in the show.
Take your prototypes.
Not that easy to transport. They're very fragile. They wouldn't even let me pick it up.
Yeah, but so the people leaving early should take them.
But you still want them there in case you have to show them to like a partner or something.
I mean, they probably didn't have meetings.
So, okay, I'm saying this. You're not wrong.
It's
But I also
insanity.
get it.
I don't know if I get it. I can comprehend what they're saying, and I think I'm leaving it there. That's how insane this is. I've had like terrible things at shows have security sensors on them. Whether it's like if it goes too far away from the booth, it starts beeping. I've had that. Not that hard to do, to be
Okay,
honest.
fair enough.
I've had like where it's on a cable. I've had where there's a little key thing. I don't remember Kensington lock.
Yeah.
That thing probably doesn't have. but whatever.
Yeah, it would, I guess, because it's just a Blade Pro with a
This doesn't have a
That's it.
do all the.
Does mine? Oh, I don't
No,
think
I
Razor
don't-
blades have Kensington.
No,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't.
mine does.
Oh, mine does. So I guess the Pro does.
So the
that-
Stealth doesn't have one?
No, I don't think so.
Huh. That's funny because it's like the most stealable one.
Yeah, no Kensington
Interesting.
lock. Anyways, there's Kensington locks. There's security tags. There's distance, whatever.
Fun fact: LG had the security sticker on a still plastic wrapped laptop for the LG Gram. I was tempted to take it off and just see if it would go off. I decided not to. I decided
Oh,
against
man.
it. I'd already been yelled at Sony. People are accusing me of faking, like me getting yelled at there, but no, like 6 people were like running towards me, telling me to get off the stage because I legitimately did have permission, just like I do normally have permission to do the outlandish stuff that I do. I had permission from one guy who didn't communicate to everyone else that I was going to be jumping up on the stage because they were hardcore about people not going up there and looking at Cletus, which is the big like modular display thing. Because if you touch Sony's Cletus, it could be damaged.
Oh, I did not see that.
In all seriousness, though, the Cletus display
Well done.
is very fragile,
Yep.
so you don't want to rub it too hard.
Rise again.
Just the
and
right
take
amount.
your
Just the
revenge.
right amount. You might misalign it.
Your enemy has destroyed a fort.
You
We
know what?
lost it there.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Just forget it. Everybody just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You know what we do have to worry about is our sponsors for today.
Yeah.
This WAN show is brought to you by, iFixit. They saved well actually Brandon
A
specifically.
huge unintentional sponsor of CES.
Yeah, saved my bacon at the show. I thought about it. I had my iFixit kit in my backpack, and I was like, should I take it? Should I not take it? Because every other year I've like brought tools and then not ended up using them. So
Then you used it so much this year.
So Brandon had it with him. So I got to Acer was the first booth I did. And immediately there were a couple things. Immediately I saw the Predator 21X and I had to open it. I was like, I need to see the inside. It ended up being kind of anticlimactic. When I get my unit, I'm gonna have to spend some real time. Like it's gonna take me a couple hours to tear it down. Because they have like a mid plate and stuff to really get at the hardware.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I was like, immediately I have to open it. And I was like, I can't believe I left that at home. And Brandon's like, oh, I've got mine. And I'm like, give it to me. And he's like, oh, it's back in the hotel. I'm like, Colton, go get it. So Colton went and got it. And then the other thing was also, again, in the Acer booth, they weren't sure about the drive options in one of the laptops. Remember, these are engineering sample laptops. Like, even some of the hardware wasn't fine. There was one with a TN panel, and the spec sheets had IPS, and I was like, what's going on? And they're like, oh, I don't know, we'll find out. So they had to call HQ, and it turns out that on early engineering samples, they just throw cheapo TNs in them
Sort of makes
to
sense.
save some cost. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you probably shouldn't have that at a trade show, but sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, iFixit, right. They make great tools for, they've got guides on their website for repairing your
I
electronics.
met the guy.
And upgrading them. What?
Yeah.
What guy?
Super randomly.
What? Who?
Like the iFixit guy. I can't remember his name right now. Like the guy.
Hopefully he's not watching.
CEO guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like our rep.
Super cool. Met him at HP.
Oh.
He grilled them with me, which was actually hilariously
Nice.
awesome. We were both talking about the Omen, and I brought up about how he gave the Microsoft Surface Studio a 5 out of 10 repairability score,
Yeah.
and how that was like kind of hilarious and true. We talked about that for a second,
Yeah.
and then he like laughed at their case, which was great.
No!
Like right in front of them, no filter. I was like, you are so cool. And I've been like trying to go back and forth with this HP guy for a while. Like, man, like, why is your I/O on your motherboard so lacking and like all this kind of stuff, because they have their own custom motherboard. And like,
Yeah.
he's like, oh, what else do you want? And then I was like, any audio options? And I don't know. We were going back and forth a little bit, and then iFixit guy comes up and just like doesn't even wait for the HP guy to like possibly come back with anything, and it's just like da 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 da. All right, like, bye. It was really cool.
Terrible. Savage.
It was awesome. That was cool.
Anyway, so iFixit is all about repairing and upgrading your electronics yourself with their step-by-step guides and their huge inventory of replacement parts and tools with lifetime warranties for the tools, not the replacement parts. So today we're talking about their latest and greatest all-new ProTech toolkit, which you've seen featured
On the WAN show and on normal Linus Tech Tips content in the past, including like Scrapyard Wars.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I specifically said in a video that I was just using an iFixit kit because it's sponsored by iFixit? Then the video production schedule got shifted and it ended up being sponsored by iFixit.
Was that left in the video?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah. Anyway, it has a bunch of prying tools, suction cups, poking tools, cutting tools, plying tools, anti-static tools, and a whack ton of screwdrivers and bits that have been enough for me to assemble or disassemble pretty much anything. And I'm going to do this again. I've done this before, and I feel kind of terrible about it, but I'm going to criticize or offer constructive criticism about the product during a sponsor spot for the product. The one thing that gets me sometimes is deeper holes. You'll find them in the bottoms of laptops sometimes, where the plastic hole is really deep until you can get to the screw. So there is a workaround, and this saved me on the Predator. Was it the Predator? Whatever. One of the laptops I almost didn't get open. So there's a workaround where you use one of the sockets, and then you put the bit into the socket. But it would be nice to have like a longer shaft, like a super slim longer shaft extension type thing. That would be even better. But as it is, I've only very rarely been defeated. Anyway, what are we talking about again?
The longer shaft that you would like.
No, that's wow. Okay, so grab an all-new ProTech toolkit or their less expensive Essentials electronic toolkit by heading over to ifixit.com/Linus and use offer code WANSHOW to save $5 on your purchase of $10 or more. Highly recommended. iFixit. We love their stuff. We really do.
Your shaft is plenty long. I think that you can work on all of those laptops completely fine.
You gotta be careful. I might work on you.
That's why I know it's plenty. Anyways, FreshBooks.
FreshBooks. Okay, so if you're a freelancer, not that kind of freelancer. Not that kind of freelancer. I'm pretty sure most of them work sort of under the table.
Cash deals?
Cash deals. I'm pretty sure most clients
I don't think you can
want
accept
like
roses on FreshBooks.
Wow. Wow. FreshBooks is totally dropping us.
Restarting.
Okay, so note for Colton when you're linking the sponsor.
Make the timestamp a little later.
Yeah, leave the timestamp a little later
Should we
for
do
the
like
FreshBooks spot.
one normal topic here to like give some extra
No,
buffer?
we'll just pretend. So hold on, give me 1 second. So that's why I was telling those guys that I really just think peaches make absolutely no sense in this context.
It doesn't work with the case.
I know. Like, why peach case?
Yeah.
Anyway, we should start up one of our sponsor spots here, FreshBooks. So FreshBooks is the easy-to-use invoicing
that helps small businesses look professional and get paid faster. You can try FreshBooks completely free for 30 days at freshbooks.com/WAN, and make sure you type WAN in the How Did You Hear About it section.
With no timestamps.
Would you maybe do that?
So FreshBooks lets you, if you run a small computer repair business or accounting, or John apparently needs Luke for something in the closet over there. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to their support staff. Right, okay, so FreshBooks lets you create your invoices, send them, you can track your hours, you can track your expenses, you can see when people have seen your invoices, which takes the guessing games out of that whole rigmarole. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to their support staff where you speak to a real human, no phone tree, no escalations, nothing like that, and they just got a mobile card reader. So check them out at freshbooks.com/WAN and try out a free trial today. Wow. Alrighty then. So I'm by myself now, which is fine. Colton, everything's okay. Everything is okay. Everything is fine. Everything is awesome. Norway becomes the first country to kill FM radio. This is posted by DatSpeed on the forum. Wow, that poor Colton, he didn't even get to say anything.
An enemy keep has fallen.
Just gone.
Discover where Trump's America meets the world. This is an ad for subscribing to the Washington Post. What am I looking at?
Please sign in. I don't think you can read.
Okay. Well, whatever. That was from the Washington Post. Now it's from Engadget.com. It's like, why this model doesn't work online. In a nutshell.
Victory.
Ooh.
Norway killing FM radio. Only a quarter of the cars on the road are ready for the Switch, which is more than I would have thought because the Switch was just announced.
Yeah, literally. Get it?
Yeah. So Norway has started switching off FM transmitters as of January 11th, 2017, becoming the first in the world to dump the 80-year-old standard. They're switching over to digital audio broadcasting. This will give citizens more stations, better coverage, program time shifting, which is actually kind of cool. So that's like VOD, but odd.
Just in case you didn't know, the acronym for that is DAB.
Digital audio broadcasting?
DAB. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
That's all as far as I go.
Will give the majority of people are against the transition. We're simply not ready for this year. Someone.
Like, actually,
So,
yeah,
Reuters,
though. Like,
yeah.
looking at numbers, like, they actually aren't.
It reportedly costs between $120 to $230 for a DAB car radio adapter. DAB has been running alongside FM in Norway since I've never even heard.
Digital audio broadcasting? I
Yeah,
have.
is this just serious?
I don't think so.
Or like, no. Yeah, 'cause no. Yeah, honestly, I've never even heard of it. I'm sorry.
I'm
This